Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be an energy check-in love reading for my dearest Cancers. Happy birthday to all my lovely Cancers out there. We're going to take a look at the person most on your mind or your current situation. And if these messages resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings. So if you're after one, I have those links down below. All right, Cancers, let's see what's up here with you and your person. So your energy, the Nine of Swords. Okay, so losing sleep over this, a little bit anxious. Your person, Temperance energy, Sagittarius coming through. They're viewing you as the Three of Pentacles, okay? What you're not seeing here is the Empress in reverse, all right, Taurus and Libran energy. And we have the Six of Swords. Okay, so moving on to more peaceful waters here. And we see the Justice card, Libran energy. Okay, so Cancer, some of you, you're in separation from this person. Now, this could be someone you consider a twin flame or soulmate or something along those lines. But I feel like right now you're a little bit aloof when it comes to this person, or you're not giving to this connection. Now, it could be because you're in separation or you feel like there's something, unfair or unbalanced here within this connection. But I can see that you are quite stressed with the Nine of Swords. This is an energy of I can't eat, I can't sleep. All right, and we see the King of Cups. So you definitely have a lot of love here for this person, Cancer. But you may be stressing because things were moving too quickly, or this person has been giving you the cold shoulder. All right, I'm not loving the reason why I think they're doing that, but we'll see. And we're seeing the Lovers card showing up in reverse. Yeah, you're viewing this person as Gemini energy, so they could be a Gemini, or you could feel like they've been a little bit manipulative or complicated, dualistic. And again, for some of you, you're pretty sure that there's a third party. Maybe some of you have even confirmed it, or just you're trusting your intuition that there's something off. I do think that there's potentially third party interference here. With the Sagittarius energy, Temperance in reverse, it could be this person may have been somebody who really rushed things with you, Cancer. And I do feel this is also one of my cards of, somebody giving you the cold shoulder. All right. Yep, we see the King of Swords. So you do want to watch out for this person, Cancer. They could be have a tendency to be very self-absorbed, manipulative. This could be somebody who's kind of mean, like when they get triggered, they say things to deliberately hurt you. And the King of Swords can also be somebody here who's completely ghosted or gone quiet. And I think there's a lack of loyalty and a lack of honesty here with this person. But they do feel like they could potentially have a new beginning here, Cancer, with you and work things out. Okay, so heads up, because they're seeing you as the Three of Pentacles, somebody they feel that is very compatible with them. Some of you might work with this person, but you're not talking to this person at this time, the Knight of Swords. I do think you're both kind of mirroring each other, like you're kind of being aloof. This person's, giving you the cold shoulder. Neither one of you are really communicating. But I think they also know that, there's something they haven't told you just yet. Okay, and with the Star card showing up in reverse. Yeah, they know, for some of you, they're a little bit worried that you found something out about some sort of interference in this connection. And, if so, they know that's been or that is a Tower moment for you, Cancer. I think they also know that you're unsure about whether or not you want to give them another chance, or, that you're unsure about the future of this connection, or you're not seeing a future with this connection. We're seeing the Empress in reverse. These are their true intentions or what's going on behind the scenes. So I do feel there's some sort of third party here. The Ace of Wands in reverse and the Page of Cups. Some of you, this person, they told you they rejected somebody for you and they never really let that go, or they've rekindled things with that person. I don't love the Page of Cups in reverse because it's one of my cards of deceit. You can't really trust, how long that fish has been in that cup, what they're really truly offering. I do think you're dealing with somebody here, Cancer, who's emotionally immature. I feel like Spirit's message here with the Six of Swords is to move on. We see the Magician. You're going to manifest what you want. All right. But I don't see union here with this person. And with the Hermit card, now they might come out of, hiding here with the Hermit in reverse Virgo energy. They might just, show up in your DMs here, Cancer. They might come in with a message, a romantic message, but I still think there's third party energy here. And, some of my Cancers, you're really in your head here with this Virgo energy. The shadow attributes of Virgo energy is somebody who's judgmental and controlling, somebody who's critical and skeptical. And I see that there with the King of Swords in reverse. So I do think you want to be very careful with this person's energy, because I'm sure they're very charming, Cancer, but it feels like the truth of who they really are isn't quite, whom you want to, the type of person you want to be with. So let's see what else we need to know about them. Yep. So they know that they're on a narrow pathway, or they're on thin ice here with you, Cancer. They know that if they're going to try to have a chance with you, they're going to have to be strategic. They're going to have to tread thoughtfully. Okay. And we see surrendering to the journey, release control. So for some of you, where this person may have been holding back, I think they are going to not hold back any longer. But I also feel like this person, if you don't chase them, that they may just kind of, keep going in that different direction, or move, just continue with that third party energy. It's a really tough reading, Cancer. I'm not sure who you're dealing with here. Spirit's advice for you is get the big picture, see things from above, from a higher perspective. Because it feels like this connection is definitely not in alignment with you. And choose your path. Everything is possible. But it feels like investing here with this person, Cancer, feels like you can't trust them. All right. So let's see what else you need to know. I'm sorry for these messages. I know it's probably not what a lot of you wanted to hear, but I can't change or amend the messages that come through. All right, let's see. So we see dagger, fear, worries, intense situations. Yeah, and you're in that Nine of Swords energy. Okay, so I do feel like, there's been a lot of tension. I feel you're worried about this connection. I do feel if this person comes back in, it is going to be, confrontational, or, you might find yourself being confrontational here with this person. There may be an announcement here. There may be some sort of message. You may see something online here about this person that may be a bit triggering. Trust your intuition, Cancer. If something's off, it really is. Okay, and we see plenty of material things with this bowl energy. But I kind of feel like Spirit's saying, Cancer, you have what you need. And you have plenty of options. You're going to manifest something new here by moving on from this connection is really the message I'm getting. All right, let's see what else you need to know about this person, or sorry, what would they like to say to my Cancers? Okay, you feel like home to me. So they're definitely, if they are going to reach out, which many of you, I think they will, they're going to, tell you what you want to hear. And I'm sorry I couldn't do right by you. Yeah, so we definitely have a bit of a trickster here. We do see, is it possible to forgive and forget at the bottom of the deck, Cancer? So for a lot of you, they do want you to just kind of forgive and forget here, but I'm not so sure it's possible. All right, let's see if we get any final advice here for my Cancers at this time. Have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. Dare to dream. So I feel like this is just really focusing, Cancer, right now on you and the things that bring you joy, and doing things that take your mind off of this person or off of this connection. And rest, slow down. You don't have to solve everything today. Yep, so don't be pressured to, find the results or know what you need to do right now. And we see bloom, and you'll attract more than butterflies. Yeah, and it kind of feels like this person is a bit of, I love butterflies, but I'm sort of seeing more of like a social butterfly, somebody who kind of just sort of, flits off to the next shiny thing. And their energy definitely feels quite irresponsible, Cancer. So I feel this is, a bit of a warning here for a lot of you. All right, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care.